another website that provides meta tags and keyword search terms. To assess a competitor, simply go to their site. Then go to the search engine toolbar illustrated in this slide and click on View. A pull-down menu will appear, then scroll down and click on Page Source. Your competitors' meta tags and meta titles will be revealed on the next screen. So just log on to your competitor's website, analyze what words may be applicable for your site, just cut and paste them on your site. Don't worry, it's not unethical, it's just part of the cyberspace arms race. Here's how I begin accessing my individual pages. I just go into my virtual office, go to Page Manager, second gray box from the left, as featured here, pick any of my pages, and simply start inputting meta tags, keywords, and descriptions. Congratulations, you've just completed building the foundation of your site, which Google defines as an organic site. Organic is good because organic is free. Here's how Google defines an organic site. It is basically you will be ranked according to how well you post relevant and unique, that's written content, on your different web pages. Organic sites pull visitors to your site, and they are trusted more by the searcher. Sponsored sites only have 1 to 3 seconds to capture a visitor's interest. Google studies show that you will have 5 to 7 seconds to capture that same interest. Here's some examples of organic versus sponsored sites. The top 3 positions on this search page are sponsored links. They're paid for clicks, and they're featured in the pale yellow background on this frame. Also, on the far right-hand side of the page are other sponsored links. Remember, each one of these clicks for those specific words can cost you up to $10 per click. Should you choose to pay for clicks, you will be setting up your account through Google AdWords. Here's the home page that you will go to start creating your account. The Google AdWords, otherwise known as sponsored sites, you will actually pay for clicks in a bidding process. An AdWords account can be set up in as little as 4 hours and may result in an immediate ranking of your site. It just depends on how many competitors are bidding for that same search term. As you've noticed, the real estate and lending ranks have dwindled down sharply. Your competition may not be around anymore. The highest bid for the keyword search term does not guarantee a top ranking at the top of the page. And Google AdWords can cost up to $10 per click. The downside for paying for clicks is this. It may take you 7 or 8 months to cultivate a client who actually buys a home. Generally speaking, it takes 1 to 5,000 visitors, clicks, to sell a home. A top ranking at Google doesn't guarantee sales. It just guarantees visitors. Also, you have the phenomenon of click fraud, as defined here. The first person prosecuted was here in Orange County. Where else, huh? Anyway, the FBI characterized the young man as a really bright kid who's now in Chino State Prison for 5.5 years. His crime? Designing a software that would click on your competitors' web ads in the hopes of driving them out of business by driving up their marketing cost. He was selling that software on the net. This is the first case of a cyberspace Tony Soprano. While listening to the sound of my voice, could you open up another window in your browser and go to providesupport.com to walk through this as I point out the advantages? The main advantage is it's very inexpensive to operate, just $99 for a 1-year subscription. In addition to being inexpensive, the software is completely flexible and transferable to other websites. The real power in this program is for you to proactively message the web visitors that are on your site in real time while they are browsing through the site. You no longer passively have to wait for them to message you. Also, you can convert your open house boredom into productive sales times. Let's face it, the biggest deterrent to agents holding open houses is the boredom that ensues while waiting for buyers to come through the listing. Here's how you'll determine which visitor you message first. You can personalize some pre-typed message. Here's a menu of pre-typed messages that you can prepare in advance so you don't slow down your real-time communication. And here's an example. In addition, here are some helpful features that are also part of the package. The only drawback that I have found to this program is that it's so new that my customer support staff had trouble installing it onto my pages. My site is hosted by Advanced Access here locally in Anaheim. Since they have already come up to speed, if your site is being hosted by Advanced Access, please contact me. I'll have one or both of those individuals contact you specifically to help you with this programming code. I have found the best solution to converting my prospects into borrowers is simply keeping them informed with the latest news for the Orange County market. I simply e-blast them a news link from the Orange County Register and the LA Times, and I don't believe in sending any attachments to new clients. They often will not open them for the fear that it contains a virus. Here's an example of an article that recently appeared that my clients found of value. Remember, you can't cut and paste and send and email the entire article. That's called plagiarism. And the Register and the Times will definitely frown upon that should they find out you're doing that by mass e-blasting out their articles. If you would like to be on my mailing list or discuss the employment opportunities at High Tech Lending, please call or email me at the email address and the phone number that is contained in this frame. I'd like to know your thoughts about the webinars and any suggestions you have to make it better. I want to thank you. I know your time is valuable, and this market has driven us all crazy. We're all working harder, and we've got to work smarter. And I hope you feel the time we spent together today was worthwhile. Thank you, good luck, and I hope to meet you in the future.